Like any great passion, the love of music is a blessing, a gift, and in the young, something to cherish and to nurture. Nestled in the California foothills, Nevada City, a town born in the rush for gold. But today, this community puts its trust and treasure toward a far different pursuit: music. It's Saturday morning, and in this ordinary building, extraordinary things are happening. Young people, eyes closed, minds open, sit and listen to the music of Debussy. The class, called Young Composers, is sponsored by a local nonprofit, Music in the Mountains.
Hold it.
Mark Vance is a composer and on weekends, a teacher.
So many of these kids are really musicians. It's hardwired. So we speak the same language. I think that's fun, and it's fun to see that twinkle as a teacher in the student's eye.
I think for me, this is a privilege to do the Young Composers program. It really is. It allows me to give back to the students something that I had and still have, and that is the joy of writing music. I'd like to see that we're creating musicians who are going to have a wonderful life experience and have something with them that will enrich their lives.
In 8 months, professional musicians will perform the students' compositions in front of a paying audience of several hundred.
We're working on sight singing, dictation, rhythmic dictation, theory, harmony, counterpoint, on and on and on.
Each musical life is unique. For instance, Galen Fraser.
He's an extremely talented young man. I think he's very bright and very gifted. Of course, comes from a very musical family because his pop's a professional.
Well, my son has grown up in a very musical household, and I guess that's a fairly common term to talk about households being places where people value music and have it in their daily life, and we certainly have that.
What usually happens is one of us is playing and the other one is like, oh, that sounds cool, I'll go join him.
He's always been touched by music, I would say. You know, we were laughing the other day when the day he was born in this very house. I celebrated in a typically Scottish way by playing one of my favourite bagpipe recordings. So he's been inundated since day one, poor kid.
When Galen was probably 4 or 5 years old, Alistair introduced him to Tchaikovsky and the Romeo and Juliet suite, and they would both go and grab a broomstick, and they would ride their broomsticks all over the house. So, so the music became really part of the play, that sort of at play with the music. I think Galen's found a true passion in music. I think that's primary to him, and I think maybe music shows him also.
They've supported my interest in music in every manner. I mean, like, they've never discouraged me from playing or doing something that I wanted to do, and they've always said, if you work hard enough, you can do basically whatever you want.
Just a little bit about Steve Reich. Steve Reich was one of the composers starting around, about 1960, when a new kind of music began to be heard. It was called minimalism.
Music offers something for everyone. This group's interest in music is as diverse as music itself. Example, Molly Roth.
I have a student named Molly, and Molly wants to be a songwriter, and she is a songwriter now. Molly is a live wire.